Morning. I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a rundown of my garage gym here. I'm going to be telling you guys some stories about how I got the equipment, how I made the equipment, and just kind of about the equipment in general, and my overall thoughts about my home gym. Starting off with a little thing called Facebook Marketplace. Now, for those that don't know what Facebook Marketplace is, it's basically like the new age of Craigslist. And it absolutely revolutionized my life and actually made all of this possible. So I wanted to have a garage gym, or at least a gym at home, for probably about 3 years, especially when I got to college. My freshman year in college, I started looking, not really with intentions to buy, but looking at kind of what was out there, what I would want to have, what I would need in order to have a good gym for myself and what I wanted. So I am an athlete at the college I go to, which is in another state. And there is a gym in my hometown, but sometimes especially this past summer, I found it really hard to get to the gym, and I kind of felt like I really wasn't in a good spot, kind of setting me up for my athletic performance for this past year. I also had a job which paid great, so I had money to actually do this now. So I had never looked at Facebook Marketplace before. I never even thought like, well, why would I need to go on there? So I thought, I was in the library at my college, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just give it a shot. Let's try it out. So I looked on Facebook Marketplace, and boom, the first 3 things I saw, I ended up buying, which obviously is kind of crazy. So I guess starting off with the first thing that I actually messaged the person about was the Smith machine. So I know if you were big into lifting, people like to give Smith machines a bad rep. I understand, but in terms of having it at a home gym, I would say it's crucial. If I'm doing stuff where I would need a spotter, I can do it on the Smith machine. I also got it just for like some accessory work, so like doing like some incline presses and overhead stuff. But yeah, so that was the first thing I messaged them about. That was $250, which it's a Smith machine in the front. Then going back more, it's a pec fly with an upper pulley attachment and a lower pulley attachment. And the best part I think about it is that it's plate loaded, so I can put whatever I want on it. I don't have to worry about like a weight stack, so I can only go up to a certain amount of weight, because I didn't want that. I wanted something that I could put, and I could keep loading weight on, because I found that sometimes weight stacks, especially with home gym equipment, they don't go too heavy. So this was definitely a great piece. And the funny story about it was I messaged the person, and they're like, yeah, and this was over Thanksgiving break. And we get there, and the family's having Thanksgiving, like with their family in the kitchen. And to go downstairs, we had to go through the kitchen. So we are literally bumping into this family trying to get this Smith machine out, which it is what it is. So we went down there, we took it all apart, and one of the things I was also gonna get was a multi-grip bar for my gym. They were like, yeah, if there's anything weightlifting related down here, it's yours, you can have it. So the guy who owned it was going through his drawers, and he pulled out this multi-grip bar. And I'm like, that's phenomenal. So not only did I get this, but I also got about like 300 pounds of weight that came with it. So it was a really good deal for $250. I mean, that's pretty great to get 300 pounds of plates and that whole contraption. That's pretty crazy. Obviously, when you're making a gym at your house or wherever, for instance, my garage, you need the essentials. You need the big thing, the power rack. Bam! I saw the power rack. The guy was selling it for $150, I believe. It was just the power rack, nothing else. So we actually don't scratch it. It was $170. So he was selling it for $170, and so it was me and my buddies that went to go get it. And he has a trailer, so we brought his trailer, and so we got there, and this guy had a huge house. It was super nice, and they were actually moving. So we went to his house, and we went to his basement. Everything in his house was gone, except, so we went to his basement, it was just the power rack and a treadmill. So we're sitting there disassembling it, we're taking it out to the car, to the truck, and we're all done, and I was like, about to give him his money, he's like,
how about this? So we moved. We just moved down the street, probably about 10 minutes from here. If you guys can get the treadmill out of the basement and onto the trailer and bring it to our new house and put it in our house, you can have the power rack for free.
So that's exactly what we did. We went downstairs, I won't lie, so it was me and two other buddies and then the guy's son. And I'd like to think that me and my buddies are pretty strong. That treadmill, holy smokes, that was pretty heavy. The way the stairs were, it was like a up and then a direct 90-degree turn. So that thing was a beast to take out of that house. But we got it out of the house, we got it to his new house, and we got the power rack for free. So the power rack, we got it 100% free, which was great. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Also, what came with the Smith machine, it came with a bench as well, an adjustable bench. It goes all the way up to like 9 degrees and then all the way down. I think it goes into decline as well. And it also has, the typical home gym bench, like the leg extension curl on it. So yeah, it's a great little bench. It's got my logo on it. Moving on to the next thing that we got was bumper plates, because like I said, I am an athlete at my college and we do a lot of Olympic lifts, so obviously you need bumper plates if you want to do that. I mean, you can have metal plates, but like it's a concrete floor, and even with like padding on the ground, it's gonna probably end up like ruining your plates and your bar. So I got some bumper plates. Now for those who know about bumper plates, they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And I was looking at Rogue, I was looking at, the bigger names, and they were pretty expensive. Just going off the top of my head, I think like, 245 plates were like 160, I think, I want to say. That might be wrong, but it was like, $80. That was the cheapest I found for just one bumper plate. So on Facebook Marketplace, again, found a seller who was selling 5 45-pound bumper plates for $150. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Granted, they're not great plates. I mean, like, they're pretty beat up, but I don't really care. I could care less. So I got 5 of them, which is kind of a weird number to have 5 45 plates, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining. $150. Heck yeah, brother. So that was great. Moving on to the next thing we bought, I have 100-pound plates. I have 2 of those. I did not even know that 100-pound plates existed until probably about like my senior year of high school. And when I saw them, I'm like, those are great. I love that. So I was on Facebook Marketplace again. I was just scrolling through, and a guy was selling his 100-pound plates for $200. So that's right, $100 per plate. So I went and got those, and that's been so helpful. If you're deadlifting, squatting, I use it on the bench too. It's easy to just kind of throw that on instead of having, let's say, for example, if you want 225, if you put 2 100 plates on, that's 245, which, is good. Like when me and my buddies go through our warm-ups, that works out great. So that's usually our base plate, that we use for benching, squatting, deadlifting. Plates are expensive. They really are. And I'm a college student, so I don't have a lot of money to just be dancing around with. to buy more 45-pound plates. So it worked out great. So far, it's worked out great. So moving on to the next thing that we got, I got the, I would say, competition style bench. It's just a bench. It's heavy duty. I mean, that thing is nuts. Back again on Facebook Marketplace, there was a seller that was selling the bench and another power rack for $100. And I didn't need another power rack, so I just messaged them like, hey, will you take $40 for it? And they're like, yeah, come get it. So me and my buddies went and we got it. The lady was super nice, super cool, and the bench came from an old gym in their town that I think went out of business, and they just had it at their house. Yeah, I love it. It's great. It's definitely really heavy duty. I wanted a bench like that because I wanted to be able to move it in and out of the garage so that we could like bench outside during the summers, and make some more videos like that, which will be coming soon. We can put it on the back of my buddy's truck and we go drive around and bench on it. That's, I really wanted that. And also the bench that came with the Smith machine, I was a little skeptical about how much weight it could hold. Like me and my buddies, like we push a lot of weight. And like I'm 300 pounds as is. So like, if, let's just say for example, I'm on the bench, anything is gonna make it, it's gonna be a lot of weight on the bench. With the weight plus my body weight. So I wanted something that could hold me and the weight, because obviously safety is our number one priority. I got 2 barbells in my gym right now. One of them my buddy gave me. He had it in his basement, and he gave me that for free. And he's one of the guys that comes and lives here, so it worked out great because he, had it from like a home gym set when he was younger. So we use that bar. I use it for kind of, stuff that is gonna beat up on the bar a little bit, just because it's a cheaper bar, it's free. I'm gonna use it to beat up on. Then the other bar I have, I believe, is a Cap or Rep Fitness. I'll go check. Hold on. Cap Fitness barbell. It's called the Boss. I got that for $160. I know that people are going to be like, oh, why don't you have a Texas Power Bar or Ohio Power Bar? Those are pretty expensive, and like I said, I'm balling on a budget. And that is a power bar. It's Cap Fitness Power Bar. It's has like a 1,500 pound capacity on it, so that's pretty great. And like it's a great bar. I really do like it. It's got great knurling on it. It's strong. I have had no issues. So yeah, really good bar. Got that from Santa. Also from Santa Claus, I got a hex bar for some hex bar deadlifts, or farmers walks or whatever. Because in my training at our college, we don't do straight bar deadlifts. We do hex bar deadlifts because it's easier on your back. And just that's how my coach wanted it, so I thought I'd just get one. And I also do like doing hex bar deadlifts. And it's nice. I haven't got to use it yet just because I haven't been home. I just got back I'm on spring break right now. So I thought I'd make this video just kind of going through my gym. Also, the next piece of equipment that I bought is what I'm sitting on, and it is a pec fly machine. Now this machine is a beast and a half, but it is definitely the heaviest machine I have in here, and it was the hardest one to get and move. So this was also on Facebook Marketplace, which basically this gym is a Facebook Marketplace gym, and I'm proud of that. So I got this for $80, a commercial grade pec fly machine. I've seen these go for like $300 to $500. I got mine for $80, which I know that's pretty crazy. But I got it from a gym, and it was like a female bodybuilding gym, which was really cool to go into. And the guy was super nice. It was just tucked away in the corner, and they had like a bunch all new Rogue stuff, so they really didn't need this anymore. So yeah, I gave me $80 for it, and we call it good. But this thing, it took us honestly probably about an hour to get it in here, just because of how heavy it was, and just even getting it like 10 feet to right where it is now. But yeah, I know what you're thinking. Well, don't you have a pec fly machine on that? I do. I do have it on the Smith machine thing. But this was $80, and I love the pec fly. It's one of my favorite exercises, and I was not going to pass that up. Plus, it makes this gym look even more badass, in my opinion. So going on, so the weight trees are expensive. Everybody knows that. Well, if you didn't, they're pretty expensive for what they are. I think the cheapest one I found is $60, and it's, you know, just some raggedy looking thing. But weight trees are expensive, and if you don't have a weight tree, your gym is it's just very unorganized. It just kind of looks bad, in my opinion. So I need a weight tree, and I didn't want to buy one, and plus I was home for winter break, and I just wanted to make one. So me and my dad, my mom, we went and got some stuff to make it, and it's pretty good. Sorry, the brother's leaving for school. So yeah, that was very fun to make. It was very difficult to make just because I have no experience in making anything, and I just kind of went on the fly. I looked at a picture of a weight tree and I just kind of made it. But yeah, it's wood, which I mean, it's honestly, it worked out great. I was very skeptical about it, but so far it's worked out really good. It's got metal piping through it, so it's pretty. I mean, it's very strong. I mean, it looks pretty crappy, but I mean, hey, it gets the job done. So then also, I have another weight tree that I just made yesterday. It's for the dumbbells, and they both go up to 100 pounds each. They're adjustable, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. So far, they've been great. What's nice is I wanted the ones that go up to 100 pounds each, so that you can have a lot of room to work with depending on what you're doing. Also, even if you load them to the max of 100 pounds, there's still a lot of room. So I think that you could even probably get up to close to 200 pounds on it, on each dumbbell. So I'm gonna get more weight for them. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be cool. Going on to the next thing, I got an Easy Curl bar off of Facebook Marketplace again. I got that for $15, and like the cheaper ones I found are like $30 if you're on Facebook Marketplace. I think if you buy them new, they're like $70 to $80. But you know, if you're in a garage gym, and for those that know and want to, who cares if it's new, you know. Also, I just have to say, I have used Flex Glue also on these weight trees, and I have to say, Phil Swift, you know what you're doing, because that crap holds tight. I've had zero issues with it. Great job, Philly Swift, my boy. And just kind of going through the rest of the gym. The chalk bowl I made myself. It rolls. It's not great. It doesn't roll great. So I'm just gonna end up mounting it to the wall. But yeah, I got the bowl from Goodwill for like $1, and everything else was like $3. So I made a movable chalk bowl for $3. So that was pretty cool. I also have a dartboard in here because I wanted something fun to do. Like if I just wanted to hang out in here. And also you can make kind of games out of it, and if you're just passing the time between sets, you can do it. I also have a whiteboard. It's, well, you can see it's kind of goofy looking, but I got that from also a Goodwill for like $3. So I can, you know, put my workouts on it, put like what's the plan for the day, what's some records we have. That's kind of why I wanted it. The mirror on the wall I got for, I believe, $10. And it's like a 5x4, 5x3 mirror, because obviously you want to have a mirror. So I put that up all by myself. I know, pretty good. And then also kind of that whole area is going to be like the bodybuilding area. So above me is the flag with my logo on it, which is Aggie Strength. And yeah, I got that from Santa as well, so that's a really cool to hang up in here. I'm gonna get more flags up in here, hopefully, with where my buddies go to school, because, and also I have a flag for my college I'm gonna bring home when I'm done this year. with this semester. I'm gonna bring it home and put it up as well, just because I think it looks cool. And like me and my buddies that live together, we've been living together for quite some time. So we're like brothers at this point. And I'm proud of them, and I want to put their school flags up in here too, just kind of know like where our guys are from and where they go. Also, Five Below, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a store where everything is $5 and under, hence the name Five Below. They have really good workout stuff. I just bought 2 workout bands from there. Also, they do sell gym flooring as well, and I bought my ab wheel, my ab roller, and like a workout dice. I mean, they have really good stuff there, I have to say. So that's kind of a little bit. Also, I got a jump rope from Goodwill as well for I think like $2, maybe even $1. Yeah, like if you're just looking for just kind of tiny things like a jump rope or an ab wheel and stuff, more likely than not, like your Goodwill or just a local store like that will have home gym stuff. Some of the stuff in here is from stores like that, and it's cheap, and if you're looking just for cheap stuff, yeah, go for it. Recently just got safety straps. So for those that don't know what safety straps are, they're basically like safety bars, but they're a lot more flexible. And what I love about them is you can set each of like the sides at different heights depending on like how you want if you drop the bar, how you want it to roll and be caught. Also, when I'm in here by myself doing stuff, I can bench press in there, and like I can have the loop just sit like on where I hit the bar on my chest, and everything else gets caught on the straps. So it works out great. It's very safe, which is why I wanted it. And yeah, that's just a little bit of a rundown of the gym itself, and a little fun fact: the first piece of gym equipment in here was a foam roller. I know what you're probably thinking, why? Well, I got it as a gift like 4 years ago, and I just put it in here, and it was the first piece of gym equipment in here. I'm very proud of my little setup here. I mean, it gets the job done. It's exactly what I envisioned when I was thinking about just a gritty home gym. That's kind of, I think, about everything. Yeah, I'm hoping to get lots of videos out this summer with me and my buddies, and just fun videos of us just doing stuff, doing some challenges. I have a lot of challenges planned, like gym challenges. So I'm very excited to bring that to you guys. I guess that's it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm excited to bring you guys some new content soon. So take it easy and stay strong.